Then we're going to take plastic film. This is just regular plastic film. You can buy it from us because we've had some formulated so that it stretches nicely, or you can try your local grocery store, the cheapest wrap you can get. This is not Saran wrap, which is too thick and sticks to itself. It wraps your client like a tube. Or you don't want cling wrap. You don't want wrap that clings to itself. But we want wrap that's going to be able to do a good contour. So I'm going to have you stand with your arms sort of like a genie there. And I'm going to just do a base. If you go too tight to begin with, plastic wrap will stick on slippery body. So we're going to just do a walk around with a very loose base, about halfway between the body and the knee. And then we're going to split the wrap. I just do it with my fingernails, but if you would prefer to do it with scissors, you're just going to take the scissors and you're going to cut it so that we can wrap each leg separately. Okay, now I'm going to come high up on the hip. Remember, this wrap works by free flow lymphatic and free flow circulatory. If you wrap with a roll, it will impede circulation. You will not get good inch loss. If you wrap too tight, it also impedes circulation and lymphatic cleanse. You will not get good inch loss. This needs to be snug, but not too tight. So I'm going to have my client straddle, and I'm going to begin with, I'm going to come over to the middle of the body. I'm going to come straight through the leg, making sure I don't take the cream off. Then, Caroline, I'm going to have you turn around here. And my client would have a little paper G-string on, and I'm going to give a buttocks lift. Now look, this plastic wrap sticks to itself, so I don't need to be tight here and make a roll. So I'm going to go very loose again. I'm going to do that 3 times. I come straight through. I'm going to give a buttocks lift. Straight through, buttocks lift. Okay, I'm going to have you turn again. Okay, then I'm going to go down on one knee on this side of my client, and I'm going to start coming straight through. If you could just straddle just a bit for me. Now, all women particularly hate the bump that's right below, right to be the top of the leg. And that's the bump that hits as we walk. And if you just go straight through, if you can see what happens, we actually accentuate that bump. If you just hold it right here and go through, can you see what happened? We got the bump. Okay, and then I'm going to go snug. I'm going to go snug. We need to go 8 layers in each area. This plastic wrap does 3 things. First thing it does is it's going to keep the heat in. This is a heat process. We have cassia, which is the fragrance in this wrap. It smells like cinnamon. It's a member of the cinnamon family. And it also is a heat herb. We want to keep that heat in so that it helps soften the waste material. It also, I'm going to be wrapping so I hit every acupressure point. I want to open the lymphatic system, and I want to open the circulatory system. So I'm going to wrap so that I hit every acupressure point. And then I'm putting enough pressure on that it's going to help evacuate this softened material back into circulation and into the lymphatic system. But too tight will actually make it so that you do not get good inch loss. Okay, once I do 8 layers on each leg, all the way down and all the way back up, I'm going to split the wrap, and I'm going to do the other leg exactly the same. I'm going to start high up on the hip. I'm going to come over to the middle, straight through the body, do a buttocks lift, loose over the hip again, straight through the body, buttocks lift. One more time. We're doing that 3 times. And then I'm going to start down the leg again. I'm going to hold it here so we hit that bump. I'm going to use her as a leverage so that I get it snug but not too tight. You can see as I come around, I'm stretching the plastic wrap. I'm going to go looser over the knee so that we don't cut off circulation. I'm going to work my way down. Make sure you go clear down to the ankle. We want to really contour these legs. Now, if there are areas of the body, you'll have clients who say, my legs are too thin, please don't do my ankles. But this is a detoxifying wrap, and if there are no toxins in the tissues, all it's going to do is just be a health wrap. You're not going to lose inches where you don't have inches. Okay, as we come up now, can you see how red she's getting? This is heat and circulation. That's how the cream works. So don't become alarmed because it's red. It feels warm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is a luxurious, pampering, really warm, wonderful spa treatment. Your clients will love it. It is not a cold wrap. It is almost like, in fact, we have spas who are advertising it as cocooning. It actually sort of takes you back to the womb almost, where you're feeling very nurtured and very warm. We're doing suspenders, and the reason we are is because I'm going to start to contour her midsection. Plastic wrap will slide unless it has something to stick to. So I've left the plastic wrap, the whole width of the plastic wrap, both the front and the back. That's also covering our lymphatic system here and keeping the heat in there. So once I've put the suspenders on, let me have you put your arms in front of you again. I'm going to come down. Now, Caroline doesn't have an abdomen, but you'll have lots of clients who do. I'm going to come under the abdomen and lift up. Same with the buttocks. We're going to come under the buttocks and we're going to lift up. Making sure we have 8 layers in each area. Then when we get up to the waist, you need to learn to play a little bit with the contour wrap, and you need to learn to stretch it. If you see, I can stretch both outsides, leave the inside taut, so that I can define a waistline for my client. If you watch her waistline, can you see what happens as I go here? It's not too tight. It is comfortable. You don't want to produce claustrophobia. You need to make sure that it's just snug and it fits the body. And you need to contour. If you wrap your client like a tube, they will come out like a tube. You need to make sure that you're contouring your client the way that they want to be. Okay, now we put a little cream back here on the little back fatty pad. She doesn't have any, but you will have clients who do. If you do, we're going to make sure that we put plastic wrap up over those little fatty areas. You don't need to go real snug on that, because that's very soft fat and that will come off very easily. The arms, we're going to go from forward to back. We're going to pull the fatty tissue back. And you only have to go 4 or 5 times on the arms, not as snug, because you can cut circulation off on arms very easily. And that's also very soft waist material. That comes off very, very easily. We're going to do both arms. We're going to start from the back, pull the waist material back. Okay, now if you have a client that you put contour cream on their necks because we've got double chin or triple chin, we're just going to loosely make a little tent to keep that heat in. You don't need to go snug. We just want to make sure that we keep the heat in. And we will have double, triple chins pretty much disappear in 1 or 2 treatments. So if we would have put plastic wrap there, or cream there, then we would have that plastic wrap.
Welcome, Mommy.
Yes. Then we're going to put your client down on a table. You just back your client up to whatever type of table you're using. It could be a facial table, it could be a massage table, a treatment table. You're going to, wait a minute, you're going to stay right there.
Okay.
Then you make sure they know where their head's going to go, and they're going to put their hands behind them on the table, and as you're going to go back that direction. As she goes back, I'm just going to walk her legs around. If she weighed 200 pounds, I could have still done that without hurting myself. Then we're going to cover our client up. Going to keep her snuggy warm for an hour. Know that in your treatment room you should have some really nice aromatherapy.